C'est tout dans cette maison, j'en ai marre. Je nettoie le sol, je nettoie les toilettes, je fais à manger, je prépare les cartables, je suis crevée. J'en peux plus.
Unpopular opinion. The relationship is the prize. The union is the prize. Not the man, not the woman. What y'all build together, the legacy you leave behind, that's the prize.
Gentlemen, I want you to remember that when you're taking a shower and your hot water suddenly turns cold, it's because somebody else is using your hot water. And I'm not just talking about water, am I?
I'm 5'6". Women judge me all the time based off of my height. But if I put a scale in front of you and you're fat as I guarantee you're not stepping on it. And the crazy thing is that you can change your weight when I can't change my height. I'm comfortable being short. You ain't comfortable being fat or you would have stepped on the scale. How dare you? How dare you? What you mean? You just made fun of a guy because he's fucking shorter than you when you're just as tall as him wide.
You know what doesn't happen when you stay home? When you stay home, you don't run into someone that you went on a date with 6 months ago at a thrift store and have to stare at the t-shirt in front of you like you've never seen a t-shirt before because you feel their dagger staring at you, and so you just stand there examining every piece of this t-shirt because you don't want to make eye contact with them because how you guys ended on terms weren't like the best of terms, so there's really nothing good that can come from you guys actually interacting. So that doesn't happen to you when you just stay the home. So hope that helps. Okay, love you, bye.
Since nobody else is gonna wish you this today, happy International Men's Day. On International Women's Day, our buildings in our cities like change color and, you know, they have like the big International Women's Day logo on it. International Men's Day, nobody knows that it exists.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
One thing I will never understand about men is that when you buy a woman a drink at the bar, you are not entitled to take her home. This isn't a free ticket to be like, oh, I'm gonna buy you a drink and you're coming home with me. No. So don't get mad after she leaves after you buy her a drink because she's not interested in taking things further with you.
Women can do anything a man can do. Wow, look at that female beating her boyfriend. She's probably not an he probably drove her to it. Wow, that 35-year-old woman is trying to sleep with that 16-year-old boy. He's a teenage boy, he knows what he's doing, he wants it. Oh, so women can do anything a man can do, unless that thing makes them look bad. Okay, gotcha.
Have you ever thought of putting on some clothes or no?
So that got really fucked up.
You're like 75% naked right now.
I am not. I'm wearing a
100% are. Would your dad?
I'm like dad.
Let me guess. You don't have a good relationship with him.
Oh, stop.
Hell no. What's she disrespecting herself? Anyways, we're crossing the chicken cross. Cash out. Let's go. Get pissed.
For no reason.
She's disrespecting herself.
No, she's not.
Why are you white knighting?
I go sticker cameraman. Do it.
I got ghosted by a girl because I said I didn't like the idea of a stay-at-home wife. Not even a stay-at-home mom. If I have enough money to do that, I'll do that, right? But you mean to tell me that I'm wrong for wanting my future partner to achieve things and not just have their whole life boil down to staying at home and being taken care of by a man?
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong at all. That's your preference and that's okay. What I don't understand is why are most of the women in his comment section trying to insult him? Y'all have been saying the same thing he just said. Y'all say, I don't want to be a stay-at-home wife. I want to be independent. And he's agreeing with y'all. He's saying, I prefer a wife who goes out and do something for herself. He even said, if I had the money, I would make her a stay-at-home mom. Do you even know why you're trying to insult him? Because y'all can't be this stupid to not realize that he's literally saying the same thing y'all have been saying. Stupid women.
Hit on primarily by men in their 40s and 50s, online and in real life.
So men in their 40s and their 50s will hit on you, but men your own age don't want nothing to do with you, and you trying to figure out what's going on. Well, hell, there's a couple different things going on here. First, men your own age know just how toxic and dangerous to their own well-being that leftist white women are. They know to stay away from you. Men in their 40s and 50s, we never had to deal with you when we was in our 20s. We don't know no better till we learn the hard way. And second, and definitely just as relevant to your particular situation, is the fact that men your own age can still see.
I have a question for the men. Why do you guys, tap it on there a few times before you stick it in? What is that about?
The answer to this has been shared with me recently, and there's more than one, so I'm going to tell you. He believes that it's polite to knock before entry. He thinks that it will erase previous history, basically restoring to factory settings. He may think like a magician, and what does a magician do? He taps his wand before the magic happens. He may be thinking more like a mechanic, where he wants to check the moisture level because he wouldn't drive a car with no oil in it either. He may be thinking more like an artist or a podcast host, where you have to do a mic check. Or he may be thinking more like a sportsman, like in baseball, where you tap the bat to the home plate before you swing. Lastly, he may be thinking like any man that wants to hold a power tool in his hand. He's got to squeeze it. He's got to test it first. And then he knows he's good to go.
Things that should be illegal, dating edition. Girls paying on the first date. If I wanted to pay for some random man's meal, then I would go outside and find a homeless man and give him some food. Why would I choose you?
Well, then I guess it's very easy for you to understand why a man wouldn't want to pay for a random woman's meal. But instead, that man could pay for his mom's meal, or his sister's meal, or his aunt's meal, or his grandma's meal. I'll tell you one thing I know about men, though. He will absolutely pay for that first meal when he has been getting to know somebody, and she actually seems interested in him, and she's putting forth effort already, even before meeting in person. And most importantly, he doesn't sense any sort of attitude from her. She's not giving him a list of hard set rules that he has to follow, or he doesn't deserve her. But if it's some random girl that has said maybe 3 words to him on a dating site, and she's already being a little bit hard to please just in the selection of where they're going to meet up or when they're going to meet up, that is a red flag that she is entitled, and that is one random woman that man is not going to want to get to know.
The hottest men, they're not in San Diego, they're not in the big cities, they're not in LA, they're not in New York like you would expect. Yeah, maybe on paper they might seem like the hottest right off the rip, but truly the hottest men are in Wisconsin, Montana, Idaho, maybe a Dakota, and they're so undiscovered somewhere. The only time that I will see them is if one of their videos might go viral on TikTok, but then you tap on their page and they have 76 followers, or they might be gaining followers because now people are discovering they're hot. Then they move to LA and blah, 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 and get less hot. But the men that you see running around Newport Beach, the men you see running around, I don't know, Miami, not the hottest men. Deadass, you need to go to Wisconsin.
You know what's kind of wild? Out of every single person in your life, your spouse is the only person you actually get to choose. You don't choose your parents, you don't choose your siblings, you don't choose your coworkers, your neighbors, or that stranger that drives you nuts in the school pickup line. But you do choose your spouse. And that choice says everything. You didn't just pick someone to share a house with. You chose your person, the one you trust with your heart, your dreams, your worst moods, and your best days. The one you said, I want you every day for the rest of my life. So yeah, life gets busy, marriage takes work, and we forget how rare that choice is. But at the end of the day, remember, you chose them. And you get to keep choosing them over and over again. And honestly, that's one of the most beautiful parts of marriage.
I can't wait till we have kids so that I can leave the children with you and go on a date and post it online so people can just lose their mind that a woman can have it all.
Isn't it crazy he's allowing that? He's just putting up with that. Could never be me. How can you allow that much disrespect? Yeah, well, you're gonna have the kids and I'm just gonna go out on other dates. What are you on about? Marriage and having children is meant to be sacred. That's meant to be just for you and your partner. That's it. Not to fucking mess about. These women just aren't close to God. If you want to get closer with the Lord, download the Avon app. You can ask it questions such as, how can I get closer with the Lord? And it'll give you Bible quotes and continue to ask you questions to help you get closer. It's sad to see so many men just putting up and just going against God. Find yourself a good woman of good, and she wouldn't want to treat you like that. She'll be your world. Stay woke in the streets, like Big Britain.
I'm sorry, I hate to call out my own party, but the young girls on the right promoting this like trad I just want to make sourdough for my husband. That's great. I'm all for it. I promote traditional values. I understand. I have been working since I was very young. I don't really plan on stopping working. I suggest you find a hobby that makes you money. But you guys, guess what? Guess what, baby girl? That lifestyle working out, a man, a provider, you just get to sit at home, bake bread every day, slim to none. I would say none that's gonna work out for you or quite literally anyone you know. You're actually setting yourself up for failure because it could not be easier, if that's what you're gonna pursue, to be trapped by a man, okay? Also, let's bring some other things to the table besides sourdough. Guys wanna be mentally stimulated as well as physical, okay? But I'm just like, please, you guys are too young to be promoting this. And also, by the way, it's cringe. You guys are cringe, okay?
No, they're not. I actually love to see the videos of women who likes to take care of their husband. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Is it cheating if I kiss my best guy friend on the lips?
Well, you're gonna be divorced. Like, it ain't even no question. What are we talking about? You don't even have a best guy friend. That don't even make sense.
Okay.
Is it cheating if I delete a message so my girl don't see it, even if it's nothing crazy?
Yes.
Oh.
There's so many things to that one we want to give it into.
Oh,
okay.
my God.
Is it cheating if my exes, like, I don't follow him, but you know, sometimes they come up on your feed, like video. Say it's my ex's video comes up on my feed, so I click on it and I make a comment.
What is the video of?
I don't know, something funny. So I'm like, haha, that's cute. Is that cheating?
No, it's not cheating. Is it cheating if I keep liking the same girl's picture
Yes.
on Instagram,
Yes.
but I never make a comment? I just like,
Why are you liking her pictures?
that's because of that wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you liking her pictures?
I don't know. She might post good content. I like girls that work out. They might post good content. Ah, that's a good workout. I can do that leg workout.
He wants to be divorced tonight. So say I'm at the gym and a guy helps me with my sets. Is that cheating?
You do the spot?
Yeah.
And he's spotting you? Mm-hmm. Cool. I'll spot you. I done spotted girls at the gym.
Even if I'm doing squats?
Well, that's a different. Well, if you're doing heavy weight, you need a spot.
So you're telling me right now you spotted a girl doing squats?
Never. I never spotted a girl doing squats.
So you spot girls what?
I've never spotted a girl, babe.
You're lying.
I've never spotted a girl.
So it's not cheating to you if a guy spots me?
On squats? I mean, we're talking about cheating. I don't think a guy should be spotting you on squats anyway, though. But
I'd love for you to come into the gym and see a guy helping me work.
I said not squats, but if you saying sets. You mean if he helping you get this one set up on your bench real quick to try to hit your number you want to hit.
So if you walked in and saw that happening, you wouldn't care.
On bench?
Yeah.
Well, see, now I'm thinking about the teabagging you and shit. So I don't know about that. Is it cheating if I go out with the fellas and end up buying a drink for girls just to be nice?
This is getting stupid. Yes, you don't buy drinks for girls when you go out with your boys. That's cheating. Is it cheating if a man tells me I smell good?
I get told I smell good all the time, so no.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
Jeez, you and the party game.
Modern women continue to tell on themselves. There was this one woman talking about, I want to date, I want to have somebody, but I don't want to put forth the effort. I'm lonely, and I know I want somebody of quality, but I don't want to put forth the effort. That's the problem that we're having right now. That's the problem that we're having right now. That's what men keep telling you. Y'all keep on telling us that, you know, men don't put forth the effort, men don't try, and men can't even plan a proper date. What if they planned a proper date? You would, oh man, why would anybody want that? Why would anybody want that? A man goes through and plans a proper date, won't have to think about anything. I'm so frustrated right now, man. I'm so frustrated with these modern women. I'm so frustrated with them. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to engage. They don't want to cater. They don't want to help. They don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to put forth any type of effort at all. They don't want to do it. And you sit up here, you got men putting forth hundreds of thousands of dollars in these women. Well, I don't want to put forth the effort. I just don't feel like it, which is exactly the problem. That's exactly the problem. Y'all don't want to do nothing. A man knows you don't want to do nothing. And he don't even got to guess if you don't want to do nothing. You don't tell him, I don't want to do nothing. I don't feel like doing anything. And I'm not going to do it. You keep on telling the man he don't have to guess. You keep on telling him, I'm not going to be a part of this relationship until I want to be. I'm not going to give you anything or cater to you unless I want to. What man is going to want that? What man is going to say, sign me up? Silly. Some of these women out here talking about, man, I don't do this for my man. I don't do that for my man. And just go down a list of things. It'd be one thing if it was like one or two things, but they just go down a list of things that they ain't doing for their man. And but he still loves me. He still pays all the bills. Why would you even say that? Why would you even brag about the stuff that you don't do for somebody else? Wouldn't that say more about your character? That you're chock full of stupidity than what they're doing? And that's essentially the point. That's exactly the point. I can stay the same. I don't have to change. My attitude can be as nasty as I want it to be. And I still get this from men. I can still get this from my boyfriend. All right.
All men cheat. Every single one of them.
No, they actually don't. But I wonder if we use the same logic against women and generalize them like we generalize men. Since a lot of women also cheat, we could say the same that all women cheat, right? Oh, but that probably wouldn't go over very well.
Any woman who cannot accept that, any woman and even man who is still walking around here saying, not all men, they're dumb, they're stupid, they're developmentally delayed.
Actually, those particular descriptions would not apply to those that think rationally. Instead, I can think of those of whom that description would be much more fitting.
If women sit here and accept the fact that all men cheat, you're not all that special, you're not all that great, she is no longer going to have a sense of worthiness, a sense of validation, because her whole identity is rooted in if a man is going to stay faithful to her or not.
This might come as a complete shock, but there are some things that I think some out there need to hear. Not only do not all men cheat, but not every woman places all of their value on whether a man chooses to be with them or not. There is more to life than being in a relationship.
You know what kids need? Their own bed. And you know what mom and dad need? Theirs. It's not selfish, it's healthy. Because your marriage is the heartbeat of your home. Your kids feel safest when they sense that mom and dad are connected. Of course, there will be nights when one of your children is sick or has a bad dream. That's different. But when every night is turning into a family sleepover, something starts to shift. You stop having those quiet moments together as husband and wife. You stop talking as much, touching as much. Your bed isn't just for sleep. It's where you connect, unwind, and remind each other that before you were mom and dad, you were husband and wife. And when that space gets taken over, your marriage starts to slowly run on empty. Your children don't need to be between you to feel loved. They need to see you loving each other. A happy family starts with a healthy marriage. Protect that space, pour into it, and make it sacred again. Because when mom and dad are good, the whole house feels it.
The fact that men are pressed about women hating all men instead of taking accountability for the reasons why we're saying we hate all men is a perfect and prime example of why we hate all men.
All right, so I think we're perfectly aware at this point that some women are completely bigoted against all men. And apparently it's because they refuse to take accountability. But what exactly are all men supposed to take accountability for? I wonder if that's going to be mentioned.
What do you not get? We're literally telling you, hey, you men do X, Y, and Z and make women feel X, Y, and Z, and you're controlling and manipulating, and you have no consideration for women.
Let's be very clear here. Some men do those things, but not all men. Yet all men are being held accountable for the actions of some. Why?
Instead of addressing that, you guys are going to gaslight us and say, women are just like so hateful towards men nowadays. Like everyone just hates men.
That is not what gaslighting is. Those men are stating a fact. Gaslighting is using psychological manipulation in order to get someone to doubt their own perceptions of reality in order to gain control. But those men are correct. There are a lot of women out there that hate men for apparently no logical reason, because no demographic of people should take responsibility for the actions of some. And that is a hard reality that a lot of women don't want to accept.
This might make people mad, but I think modern dating is extremely selfish. People date because they are bored. They date because they simply just want attention. They date because they don't want to be alone. They date just to have someone there. But nobody talks about the fact that there is somebody else involved. Another person getting attached, another person building feelings, another person thinking that this might actually go somewhere. We act like dating is harmless, but it's not. You are involving someone else's heart, someone else's time. You are involving someone else's emotions. And sometimes you are involving someone else's future. And I know this is an unpopular opinion, but if you already know that you would never marry that person, you probably should not be dating them, because that's how people end up feeling used, feeling led on, feeling like they were a placeholder while someone else was waiting for something better to come along. Your heart is not practice, and other people are not practice either. Date with intention or stay single until you are ready.
What it sounds like you're telling me to do is to just, like, I need to think like it's life or if I don't get a man, then I'm gonna end up home.
Well, no, you're asking me what do we need to do. If the black culture is to survive, we need to have families, and they can't make families with women who think like you. A family is what?
Mother, father, children.
Right. And in order for men to have wives and children and have a family, they must have women who think like wives. Women like you think like individuals and baby mamas. Fine. No heat, no judgment, but you're not a family. Those aren't families. It's something else, but it's not a family. A fractured mind is useless to a man who wants to build.
I mean, I don't feel like I'm a fractured mind. And
it doesn't matter. What matters is the men who are looking to build cannot plant their seed in contaminated soil. You're done having kids, but look at the kids you've had.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be a problem too. So she's supposed to do better than you, but you trained her.
No, because that's just how evolution goes.
Ma'am, you can't make families with individuals.
The black community, we were doing way better before.
We were doing way better when our women understood their role and before you guys chose yourselves over the community. So now it's time for black men to choose themselves over you. This is why black men, you need to understand, you cannot choose a woman who does not want to be your partner. That's the bottom line. No, I'm being honest, man. Just like you chose the man you chose, you also had men who were suitable that you likely didn't choose.
No.
You will never, ever, ever hear me talk about the issue of men's mental health.
Very few women do, but I can't help but wonder the reason why.
The reason why? What do you want me to say?
Let's go with the truth.
You want me to say that I care? Let's play that game.
Oh, men's mental health is a game now. Okay.
You first. How many men have I heard talk about the severe issue of rape against women? How many men have I heard talk about the issue of and harassment against women?
I've noticed a lot of individuals, instead of actually answering the question, instead deflect to a completely different subject.
How many men have I heard talk about the issue of young boys being red-pilled against women? How many men have I heard defending their friends when they say really disgusting things about women? How many men have I heard talking about we need to stop locker room talk?
So the long and the short of it is, because they don't see enough men addressing the issues that they mentioned, they're going to completely disregard the mental health of men.
You want me to talk about men's mental health? You want me to show that I care? You first.
What a sad existence that must be. Because in order for someone to act like a decent human being, everyone else has to be decent to them first.
And it's fascinating to me, just fascinating, that men's mental health just must be celebrated only during Pride Month.
I have said this before, and apparently I will have to say it numerous times again, but more than one thing can be celebrated at the same time without decreasing the importance or relevance of either thing.
And it's because pride threatens their masculinity.
I wonder if they're aware that there's a lot of masculine men out there.
Not because they care about men's mental health. It's that they need to recenter that conversation onto them. Because when the world has always been centered on you, the second that it doesn't feel like it is, you're being attacked, aren't you?
That sounds like a case of projection.
So no, I will not be talking about men's mental health ever in my life.
I'm shocked. And here they seemed like such a caring person.
First of all, you're definitely a single woman because you got the single woman tell. That smoke detector. How do you live with that?
The way that I've been living with just being a single woman is...
No. Specifically, the smoke detector that keeps chirping. How do you live with that?
Can you just elaborate more on, like, what do you mean by the smoke detector?
It keeps going beep. That smoke detector that's beeping in the background. There's a smoke detector. It beeps every 30 seconds and it goes beep.
I don't hear anything beeping. Did you just hear it again? Because I don't hear anything.
Wait for it. Told you guys they don't hear it after a while. There it was.
The beep? Oh,
yes.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I have to replace my fire smoke detector.
Oh my God!
Batteries. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Okay, so I just noticed it, and maybe I've become amused.
You didn't notice it.
I didn't.
It's one of the first things men notice about you ladies, because a man would not sit there with that thing beeping like that.
Okay, noted.
And my point is, guys, the things that we notice, they don't notice. They get comfortable. Beep, it just beeped again. And she didn't even notice it. She don't even know what I'm talking about. She's like, what are you talking about?
Right, I thought you were like trying to, like say something,
No, I'm saying it's a single woman tell. It's the single woman tell that a woman is single or got a husband if she got that thing going on. So my ultimate point is, okay, yeah, and those kind of things keep women single.
Good boy.
Let this be a perfect example as to why so many men have stopped being respectful or giving a crap about dating women. Because on one hand, you want men to treat you like a queen and give you princess treatment. And when he does, and he treats you kind by going to get you a drink, now you want to laugh in his face and act like he's a dog. This is a perfect example of how so many women want to make fun of their partners for social media, because I can guarantee you that this is meant as a joke because her friends are there and she's probably like whispering like, pss, 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 let me see, let's make fun of him. And why is it that one of the very first comments on this post is signs of an insecure man? You mean to tell me that this man is basically being treated like a dog and it's masked as funny or as a joke? And he reacts, right? Isn't it women that are out here saying, reacting to a man's disrespect is not a problem? So when he throws the drink and he's reacting to her disrespect, now he's insecure. So wouldn't that mean that anytime women react to a man's disrespect in a way that is, informal or improper or toxic, wouldn't that make them insecure? Or is that a statement only used towards men? This is a perfect example of what I mean when I say that women want to pick and choose when they want their men to step up as men, because these are the same types of women that will send their husbands to the store with a literal grocery list of pictures because they think he's too dumb to figure out where things are in the grocery store, or he's too dumb to do the laundry or do the dishes. So you turn these men into literal children, and then, you know, months or years down the road, you're looking at him as and asking yourself why he's an adult child, but you literally turned him into one. Same way that posts like this will turn these men into disrespectful men because you are laughing in his face when he's being polite and getting you a drink, and you think that later on he's gonna not get tired of the disrespect and stop doing it altogether. And then guess what? You're gonna turn around and cry about it and say, where did all the good men go? He used to be so nice and so kind, and he used to do all these things. Well, you laughed in his face so many times that he eventually stopped. Okay, bye.
When was the last time you told your man, I can't do this without you? When was the last time you actually told a man that this don't work without you? Before you, I was lost in this. But now with you, I feel like something's possible. See, women today, you're afraid to be vulnerable, and that's feminine. And see, today we're going to talk about so many of you women who are fake feminine. See, fake feminine women cannot do these things long term. Fake feminine women are like psychopaths. Psychopaths with the dark triad. But psychopaths' major problem is they lack empathy. Fake feminine women pretend to be women. They'll wear dresses, heels, they'll wear Chanel and pearls and everything else, but when it gets right down to it, they're emotionally turned off. Click, the switch is gone. So when it comes to caring, interest, and affection, they fall flat. Long term, they do it in short chunks. Short bits. And high value men, productive, competitive, successful men, men who are worth it, are in it for the marathon. And as soon as you drop, they see, you cared up until you got comfortable. You were interested until that. You showed affection until you had a deadline. I'm talking to somebody. Because ladies, affection is innately feminine. And the problem is most of you were raised by hard women who wanted to make you capable and tough and independent. But you were not taught because you didn't get the love. Your mama did this to you because of her issues with her men. Yeah, that's why you out here walking around with $100,000 worth of student loan debt and out here by yourself, as cute as you are, because you can't keep a man because you can't be caring, interest, and show affection.
A lot of these modern women are engaging in coping mechanisms. Things like, wait a minute, I'm not single because man doesn't want me. The man that I want doesn't want me. I'm single because I want to be. I'm single by choice because my standards are so high. Yeah, that's got to be it. Well, think about it that way. Or maybe you should think about it how it is. Maybe I need to reevaluate my standards. Maybe I need to realize, hey, that's not necessary for me to be in a relationship. It's nice to have, but it's not necessary. And I think a lot of modern women need to start looking at this. So many modern women out there don't look at a man's character, his behaviors. They just look at, kind of superficial stuff, to be honest. Oh, he took me to this nice restaurant over here, or he wore this, or he went there. He's a part of this exclusive club, that sort of stuff. This stuff is a nice to have. We're looking to see if this man is a good guy, meaning he's got good character. He's got relatively good behaviors. And then we're saying, okay, he's got this strength, this, and this. Now, this is a challenge for him. We're not talking about being toxic. We're talking about a challenge. This is a challenge for him. This is something that he probably needs to improve on. Is this something that I can live with? Is this something that I can help with? Is this something that I think 50 years from now is really going to bother me? We think about those things. And we also think about, okay, now, where do I fit in? How do I work into this relationship? How does it work for me, and how do I work for it? How does he work for me, and how do I work for him? How can he serve me? How can I serve him? How can we both elevate each other? What does that look like? But too many times these modern women are only thinking about, ooh, he's hot. Ooh, he has status. Ooh, he's got some money, so he can take me to Starbucks pretty much every day. That's the life that I want. And they think because a man has a relatively good amount of money, then everything else is going to work itself out. That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. A man seeing that you're only in it for that will throw a prenup in your face. A man seeing that you're only in it for that will shut off the credit cards and the accounts quickly to protect himself. And we don't even have to have a man that makes a quote unquote a lot of money. If I see that you're pulling from my resources, if I see that you're pulling from my community, meaning my friends and my family, you will get cut off. I don't think you understand that. It ain't even all about money. If you come around here creating problems and drama and chaos, if I have kids around my kids, around my mama, around my daddy, you're cooked. You're cooked. You think you can walk around here? There was one woman that talked about, he said, her and a man were going back and forth. And he said, now I'm in fashion, so I understand that some things you kind of wear because that's the way the industry is. But if I were to, kind of ask you or say, hey, that's a little bit too much, would you be willing to go change? No. Exactly. You're trying to come around my family, make me look bad, start chaos and drama, and I don't have time for that. Single. And then that's when the coping mechanisms continue to recycle. Well, maybe he was intimidated. Or maybe he's never had a baddie. Or maybe he don't have time for foolishness. Have we ever thought about that?